You're a hard-working restaurant owner, and on top of all the bills you have to pay to keep your doors open, you've probably been paying a new customer tax every single day without realizing it. Many restaurant owners obsess over getting new customers through ads, but ignore what happens after the first visit. The real problem? You don't know how much a customer is actually worth to your business. Here's the math that could change everything for your restaurant. Acquiring a new customer can cost up to 5 times more than keeping one you already have. This is why paid ads feel expensive and loyalty feels like a nice to have instead of essential. In the next 10 minutes, you'll learn the simple formula that changes how you think about customer value. At the end, you'll be able to calculate your own CLV and understand exactly what you can afford to spend to keep customers coming back. Let's start with what customer lifetime value actually means and why it matters more than you think. Customer lifetime value is how much profit a customer generates for your restaurant over the time they stay active. In this case, 12 months. It's not about one transaction, it's about the total relationship. And here's why the new customer tax is the villain. Paid ads cost you money up front to bring someone in, but they don't guarantee a second visit. So you're starting at zero every time. A customer worth nothing after one meal means that ad spend didn't pay off. A customer who comes back, that's where the real math works. The formula is simpler than you think. Average ticket multiplied by visits per month multiplied by 12 months equals annual customer value. That's it. Let me show you with some real numbers. Let's consider an average dine-in ticket. Burger, wings, fries, average $37. If that customer visits once a week, that's $37 times 4 visits per month times 12 months, which equals $1,776 in annual revenue. At 60% gross margin, that's $1,065 in gross profit per dine-in customer per year. Let's also consider a takeout example. Let's say an average ticket is $23, 3 visits per month, 12 months. That's $828 in annual revenue or $497 in gross profit per customer. Why this matters so much? Now you know exactly what you can afford to spend to keep someone coming back. And it's way more than you think. The big brands already know this. Chipotle loyalty members spend 67% more than non-members. Starbucks members visit over 5 times more often than non-member. Dunkin' generates 60% of its total revenue directly from loyalty program members. These aren't exceptions. They're proof the math works. Now here's the contrast that makes it click. A customer worth $1,065 in profit justifies spending $90 per month on a loyalty tool to keep them active. That breaks even at just 5 extra visits. 5! Many restaurant owners, including your competitors, never do that math. They see the $90 monthly cost and think it's too much. But if it brings back 1 extra visit per week from just 10 regulars, you've already paid for the tool and made profit on top of it. That's the power of understanding customer lifetime value. It's not theoretical. It's the number that justifies every dollar you spend on keeping customers, and it shows you why the new customer tax is so expensive compared to what loyalty actually costs. Now that you know the formula, here's where many restaurateurs get stuck. They think customer lifetime value is fixed. It's not. There are 3 levers you can pull right now, and even small wins on each one compound fast. Lever 1 is raising your average ticket. This is the fastest lever because it doesn't require more customers, just smarter ordering. A $2 to $3 bump in average ticket, add-ons, upsells, better menu positioning directly boosts your CLV. If your dine-in ticket goes from $37 to $40, your annual CLV jumps from $1,065 to $1,440 at the same visit frequency. That's $175 extra dollars per customer per year without bringing in a single new person. This is why loyalty programs reward high margin sides, not discounts. You're protecting your ticket, not destroying it. Lever 2 is increasing visit frequency. This is where many restaurant owners fail because they rely on hope instead of systems. The friction is real. Data shows that 86% of consumers surveyed are interested in joining a restaurant loyalty program. Only 36% actually do. Most programs make it too hard to participate. The real lever is weekly push notifications plus bonus points for visits. You're creating a habit, not begging for a return. Bump from 4 visits per month to 5 visits per month on your dining customer, and your annual CLV jumps from $1,065 to $1,332. That's incremental cash flow that wouldn't have existed without the loyalty program. And it's not cannibalizing, replacing, it's additive. Lever 3 is extending how long they stay active. Many restaurant owners think in weeks. You should think in years. A customer who visits for 12 months is worth twice as much as a customer who visits for 6 months. The mechanism is simple. Consistent service plus personalized rewards plus feeling valued equals they don't switch to the competitor. This is where the new customer tax becomes obvious. You're constantly replacing customers who left instead of keeping them. When you extend lifespan, even by a few months, the math shifts dramatically in your favor. Now here's why all three matter together. You don't need to be perfect at all three. Even small wins on each lever compound fast. A dine-in customer at $40 ticket, 5 visits per month, for 12 months equals $2,400 in revenue and $1,440 in profit. Compare that to constantly chasing new customers at $37 per ticket, 1 visit and they're gone. The loyalty program becomes the infrastructure that lets you control all 3 levers at once. You're raising ticket through smart suggestions. You're raising frequency through reminders and rewards. You're extending lifespan through consistent experience and personal connection. So here's what you now understand. Customer lifetime value isn't theoretical. It's the number that justifies every dollar you spend on keeping customers active. The new customer tax is expensive because you're starting from zero every time. Customer lifetime value shows you exactly what you can afford to spend on loyalty. But here's the thing, knowing your CLV is only half the battle. The real challenge is actually getting customers into your program in the first place. You can have the best loyalty math on paper, but if your program feels like a gimmick or requires too much friction, nobody joins. Remember that stat, 86% of customers want loyalty rewards, but only 36% actually participate. Gap isn't a customer problem, it's a program design problem. So the question becomes, how do you design a loyalty program that customers actually want to join and use consistently? How do you avoid the gimmick trap and build something that feels integrated into their experience, not bolted on top of? That's exactly what we're covering in the next video, the 3-pillar loyalty strategy. This is the framework that shows you how to structure every element of your program, from how you present it, to how you reward it, to how you remind customers to come back. So it works like a system, not a marketing trick. And you can learn all about it in this video right over here.